I would like to ask Mr. Yambio why is that in the voices and stories he tells there are never those of the migrants asking, indeed begging, to go home from Libya. The number of refugees in Libya is only a small part of the entire number of migrants stranded in the Tripoli area, and those should be evacuated to Europe right now, all of them through flights. We all agree upon that. However, the majority of the stranded migrants are not there in Libya because they are fleeing the war, but because they have been deceived by African mafias who promised a quick passage to Europe, while after years they are still on the ground in the Tripoli area in a state of slavery and subjected to torture for extortion. Therefore, these people are asking to be freed and brought home. I have collected hundreds of messages with these kinds of requests over the last 5 years. They are all online, and some of them are contained in the movie L'Urlo, The Scream, which I made and which was censored in Italy. So, Mr. Yambio, why are these voices not heard in your words?
Michelangelo, first, I'm happy that you're here because I don't know where he is. The documentary that you produced, which was misleading about the people. I have lived in Libya for 4 years. The people who come from Libya, mostly Sudanese, mostly Eritreans, mostly Somalis, mostly from West Africa who are fleeing poverty. Tell me, who among us them want to go back?
So many people that want to go home back, but there's no place, there's no way. And the Aryan people that's supposed to help, they have so many procedures and so many delays. You know, it does make people take a risk to cross the Mediterranean Sea. You know, like me, I have decided my mind to go back to my country. I've decided my mind, you know, because I have been locked up about 5 times in prison.
This brings me to the point where IOM is forcing people, coming and making agreement with the Libyan authority to lock people inside detention center so they can go back to their countries of origin.
When I was coming back, there was limited flights, so it was very hard. So what I did was I bought TC, that's emergency travel certificate from our own embassy, our Nigerian embassy over there. Then I traveled through Niger, but there was no flights to bring me directly back home.
And at this point, I mentioned UNHCR because they have been watching us passively without bringing our voice to the international community so they can advocate, so they can offer resettlement thoughts to the people that needs to live a life. No one in Libya wants to go. The people who have come to Libya are seeking places where they can find access to educate themselves, to have access to food. Libya today is still part of Africa, and it is one of the richest countries that is still able to provide provision to the people that needs to nourish their family. No one wants to leave Libya, but the moment the EU creates a mafia regime that kills without a touch.
أن وضع المهاجرين غير الشرعيين أو غير القانونيين وضعهم مأساوي. وهنالك يعني تقارير حقوقية تصل بأن الوضع سيء ومن سيء إلى أسوأ، وبالتالي أستطيع أن أضع إجابة عامة أن الأموال صرفت في غير محلها.
The moment EU decides to kill people in Libya and beyond and in the Sahara region, people find it unacceptable to live. When you look at the people, ask them, why do they want to go back? Who is telling them to go back? Why did they leave their country? And why would they choose to go home without nothing? To go home desperately, to go home while choosing to only suicide themselves.
So happy. I'm going home. I'm going to my home country. I'm going to my home country, Nigeria. I'm so happy. I can't express my joy. I can't express my feelings. You know, I'm so happy.
The documentary you provided, we have been denouncing it, and we today here denounce it.
Nessuno vuole impedire di continuare a vedere questa porcheria. Siete liberi di farlo.
because the voices you produced with our voice, with our stories, misleading and providing to the Italian media is misleading. People like you are the one killing us.